Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News, friends. I'm going to just give you the general update of where we are, and we are in a limbo mode. We are waiting for Ethereum to flip green on the weekly super trend. Remember, the super trend is just 3 times the ATR, which is the average range. So if it flips green on the weekly, it means it has thrusted up enough to let us know there is a significant move, and that's what we are waiting for, to usher in the big mammoth altcoins. That's what we're waiting for, friends. You can have a look as well at the Bitcoin dominance. This is what we're watching for. So I've been reporting on every single day. So every time the Bitcoin dominance flips red, it's like mega time for altcoins. You see this Feb, March, right? March is, of course, this is zombie virus, but this is the actual time to get into altcoins, because this is DeFi season, friends. This is when DeFi coins went absolutely bonkers, okay? This is when, for example, ChainLink had its amazing run. And we might be seeing something like that again. So I'm going to show you now. This is the actual ChainLink run up until 2020. That was it. So you can see, look what happened. 2019, 2020 was just literally up only, huge. That was big. And there's hopefully going to be more. As you're seeing, there's more narratives that are coming at play now. There are more, tokens, things getting unlocked. And we're just watching a lot of these stories trying to play out, and everything's trying to battle each other for what they can see coming ahead in the future. But if you go and look at the bubbles, friends, we're seeing PHEX, PulseX have the biggest red candles. But of course, they had the biggest pump as well. We're seeing a bit of Doge, but nothing really getting you excited. All these 5% and so, but we need so far to go. It's not funny. And that's just going to be some time. But have a look at that ETH BTC. Let's play some gentle music for you, friends. This is what we're waiting for. It's weekly here. Still waiting for it. Still waiting. So look, if you're here, you are still kind of jumping the gun a bit, because technically the party doesn't really start until that happens. So Ethereum just represents smart contracts. It represents people hunting yield, hunting Ponzi's, hunting JPEGs, hunting everything, the new narratives and stuff. It's just risk on appetite. That's what we're waiting for. But if you're waiting for that to start playing out, you might miss out on a lot of opportunity. For example, here is Pulse ETH ratio, friends. This is what I want to see. Now, we are back to here. If we get back up here, this will be giant. This is my target, friends. This is my target. And I forgot even how I got this target. Maybe I just drew a fib from the high to the low. I think that's exactly what I did now when I think about it down here. This is a fake little print. So it's about a 4.23 on the fib. Now, friends, I can't tell you how big this is, by the way. Just tell you something, right, friends? Thori, our friend who betrayed us with the Satoshi EVM, he's making videos for Ethereum maxis. Do you know how much their yield return on Ethereum is? 9%. It's meant to be 5, but they get some leverage and they get like 9% yield. Do you want to know the yield we're looking for if this target hits? 818% from here today. That's a 9x. So not financial advice at all. But how you play these ratios, friends, is because it's a ratio, right? If you had, let's say I had $2,466 today. That's one Ethereum. Now, I'm not happy about 10K Ethereum because, okay, now I have $10,000, right? So you want to up the ante a bit. You want to get leverage without having a forced liquidation spot exit point. So if you rotated into a higher risk position, of course, it's higher risk. You're looking for higher reward. This would be PulseChain. And if you got it up to this target, your one Ethereum, your 2,466, you have one ETH. Okay, you can draw it right here. You'd have one ETH. Up here, you would have 9 Ethereum. And so you might go, wherever you get up here, you might say, hey, I'm selling all of you. I'm going back into ETH. Now I have 9 ETH, and I sit on it down there, and I go, well, now I really want to dream about a $14,000 Ethereum, which is a lot of people dreaming about it. 9 times 14,000 is 126K. So if you do that divided by Ethereum's price today, that's a 51x. It's a 51x. So what I've told you about ratio bunny hopping, but just be careful about rotating, because you can't do these as often as anyone thinks. It's very, very slow. It's just that you're just trying to hop on faster horses when there's big disconnects. That's it. And of course, if you use all your portfolio, you have a lot of risk. So don't use all the portfolio. But if you have spare ETH in your round, it's a no-brainer to me. One ETH turns into 9 ETH, and even if you sell at 10K, you make like a 50x in that point, because you're not going to get a 50x at ETH, not even close. From 2.5K to 10K, you're only getting a 4x. Now, here's the thing. some people, what they'll try to do is, bless your hearts, friends. I know I love doing this. The idea of this just excites me so much. It's so amazing. It's like literally is like a drug. The thought of making like 30x on an altcoin, yeah, 30x, and then you rotate all of that into another altcoin to make another 30x, and you get like a 900 or 1000x. Now, that is really, really, really risky. Really risky. If you win one altcoin, you're getting a 30x. It's like winning a lottery. So don't rotate all of it. So that's why what you can do is stack another core altcoin. That is what I would think is okay. Like if you turn 1 grand into 30 grand, start with 1,000, let's say you got 30 grand. Okay. I will do something like, okay, put it in Pulse, PulseX, and Hex, split it out. Because if the ecosystem does another 10x from here, your 30 becomes 300. But, you know, people don't practice all these safe bunny hopping stuff with their risk mitigation and stuff. They always do too much size. I just got to let you be warned about that. When the euphoria comes, that's ultimately everyone's downfall. Also want to show you as well, ChainLink, right? ChainLink is still hovering around this zone. It's doing this little triangle thing area. I'm just want to clean it up a bit just so you can see. ChainLink moving around this moving average. There are a lot of coins moving up further, friends, but this is the big data we want to watch. We want to watch this others chart, okay? I'll just put it here. The others chart, I mean, it's funny, it looks exactly like ChainLink. That'd be funny, actually. I just noticed that. It's literally the exact ChainLink chart. I wonder if the next move of Link is about another plus 70%. So if we go back and have a look, because why I'm looking at this, friends, is so if you're trying to find like these little patterns that the market hasn't figured out yet, then give you like super edge. You can literally see the future if you can find these out. So if you just do a 70% on Link from here, that's about 26 bucks. Now here's the thing. I've drawn a fib zone here, which is dangerous, right, for ChainLink. But what have I told you, friends? I've actually told you what we've got to do is we've got to go and look at the market cap. And the chart is right here. This is the ChainLink market cap chart. And I'm going to draw and extend just a fib retracement on it as well. And see, this, what I'm doing is just showing you when inflation gets printed of a token, it adds to the market cap. And it's because the insiders are dumping, or the founders, or the team. And with fib levels, they actually work. The market cap works. So it doesn't actually work off USD. It works off the market, which is crazy. There's so many examples of it happening. So of course you can hit different retracements. It doesn't mean you're exactly going to stop at one point, but it's just important to see, all right, is there a lot of token inflation in my coin? I think I remember doing it for Hex, for example, and Hex has inflated like a huge amount, like 20% in the amount of coins that's actually been released. So another way to put it is the old, like if you do the old for Hex, actually let's have a look together. For Hex, before we look at ChainLink, I'm going to show you. Let's look at it right here. We'll put it on a weekly chart. And if you draw a fib, let's put it right here. I know it's crazy how far it's dropped. Right here, if you just draw a fib from the top to the bottom, look at this. The 61%, friends, is around 31 cents. But because there's been so many token inflation, I think the actual price is not 31 cents. The actual price is 25 cents. Okay, you can see that 31, but now it's 25. That's because a lot more coins have come out into hands of obviously people who are going to dump time. And if we go back to the Linky Boo chart and we draw it as well, you can see, okay, this is the market cap of Link. Look at this. Okay, so I want to know from where we are today, how much of a rise gets to the dangerous 61% mark. It's exactly 67% from here. So that's why if we go back, remember that number, 67%, and we go and we draw a markup from the price. Where is 67? It is right here, bang, 26 bucks. Isn't that wild, friends? Look at this, see? If you didn't know this, I'm going to write this down right here. I'm actually going to move the box, okay? Actually, I'm going to draw another box just so we know. All right, $27 here. All right, we really got to know this. Around $26, $27. See that? Look at that difference. Actually, I'm going to make this box on top just so you can see it even more. Look at this. Look at that difference, friends. Look at that big difference. In a nutshell, if ChainLink rises up here to $25, this is where I'm not giving any financial advice. Just telling you, just be careful. If you got in kind of late, if you bought in at 8, 9, 10 bucks up there and you're like, hey, market looks like it's euphoric and stuff, that might be where it stops. it might be where it stops. Now, obviously, you hope it goes even higher, but that's telling you the old $34, $33, right? The new price for it is basically around 25, 26. So we might find it does something like that and scares everyone and then continues up later. And, you know, you don't have to trade and worry about these, but look, man, if it hits here, like you could make like Sense, you don't have to buy down the bottoms here. You don't have to get like these full 40% retracements. I'm just saying, like, if you can just get out and you're right on a 20% drop during euphoria, like that's huge. That's a big amount. Of course, just be careful. Just be careful. You can't do these often. It's very, very slow when these happen. Okay, so this is not trading and stuff on like a short term. This is like weekly. This is like once a move. This is like literally one move in the year, right? There's one euphoria. You sell. You buy back in 20%. It's probably going to keep going under you because you can't get it. But you just go, sweet, I've got 20% more coins. Now, don't do it with all your stack. We're going to do it slowly, and we'll just wait and see what plays out. Now, what about PulseChain, friends? Looking at PulseChain, there has been an enormous wick. Look at this huge wick. These are all the break-even soy boys, the non-believers, the people we've got to rinse out. And it is what it is. The good thing is, though, we were able to thrust it above the weekly super trend. So just my guess, okay, you kind of play around, maybe it goes around sideways before we're finally able to clear it up. It's just going to take some time. It's flipped it. That's the most important part. It's flipped it. At least your yields are higher. You can kind of start to see the future now. This is what you want. See, I could see the future last year, long time ago, but now you're starting to see this. See, a lot of people, friends, are going to be panicking. Probably it's going to go sideways. Everyone gets bored again. Just be prepared for that. But you now see, right? This weekly super trend, it changes everything. Literally, the whole game has changed. It's just that no one really believes it now. This is, see, let's say you were a fund and you had to allocate like 10 million into PulseChain, right? Because of this weekly super trend, you're like, okay, sweet. We've got to deploy over the next 3 weeks, right? Which is 20 days. We've got to deploy our 10 million, you know? So we're going to be like, okay, what are we going to do? Like a couple of 100K a day here and there, just buy like 200K worth every single day slowly. So that's this type of big macro move. That's actually where you want to be, friends. You want to see these moves because they're the cleanest and they're the easiest. And your decision trees are very, very far. They're far apart. And if you get these right, you're not like relying on like a 2% deviation of your portfolio here and there. Like if you get these things right and you're unallocated, these are the big moves you can get on the upside and the downside. You know, even the downside, I mean, looking at things like, for example, show you that ChainLink part. You know, maybe that's a way for someone to increase their ChainLink stack by like 20% if they want to play out. That's if the euphoria comes. If the euphoria doesn't come, friends, and it's a slow staircase up, well, nothing's happening. But if we go back and look at the total crypto market cap, this is the fractal, friends. This is the fractal of itself. And I did the most conservative, no, the best case for us. It's kind of funny actually how it's following it. This is really weird, isn't it? How we're just going up. But this is the conservative case. What do I mean by conservative case? Well, I put the top out for the market in the Dogecoin mania. If you actually do the real one, this is where pain comes, all right? This is where pain comes. What if we're in this scenario? So obviously you want to have topped out longer ago because it means you've paid enough time currency and you've like lost enough souls and now you can go up. But if this is actually the top out, you just get to see here the pattern, right? You just get to see the pattern of how long it was taking everyone else. Now, it's just crazy, right? We're coming around Bitcoin halving. Remember, this is the fractal of the zombie virus here, bang. This is for altcoins, right? The others index. So if we start to go up in this fashion, anyone who sells is basically going to full regret it until we get some sort of euphoria. So we don't know. It's just that I'm just telling you, like, how we interpret this is, you go, all right, worst case, this is worst case. So if the top out was 2021, worst case, we have to wait. I'm going to guess another, let's say till, when we'll start, you'll start feeling good around here. But it's probably going to feel a bit annoying for up till September this year. So I know we'll come a long way, but just tell you, right? Basically, we're not allowed to feel excited until, I guess, October. Be conservative, October. So anything that happens this year where we go up, just consider it like a free bite of the cherry and everything's great. Because, friends, I'm trying to just protect us, right? Because you know exactly we're coming into the 4-year anniversary of the zombie virus where everyone who was not 100% convicted in crypto just got out, sold the lows, got out, had no faith, and it was very, very, very rough. They end up setting that low. Okay, so yeah, see how the whole QE announcement, all these came out. Yeah, it's obvious now, but back then it wasn't, because what were people saying? People were saying, tell me how printing currency is going to fix a freaking virus. Tell me that now. So no one was talking about this up only stuff but me. I was saying, well, it's either like up only or literally game over for the whole world. So this is the type of thing I'm kind of scared about when you have an inverted yield curve coming, right? And something bad's coming. Don't know when, don't know how, don't know if they're going to mitigate with risk. So many variables coming out. But so far, we are right on track with the 4-year cycle. Like literally right on track. It's like everything is just moving. You saw it. You saw it with your own eyes. How many videos did I make? How many posts did I make? I told you guys, we'll just find in 2024, as soon as the calendar year ticks 2024, you're going to notice people just get a frenzy, just want to start buying stuff. You're seeing that. Okay, so everything I said was 100% true. I don't know why it happens. Okay, don't even worry about it. It's just cycles. It's one word, but we'll see. Okay, we'll see. And remember, even though I am skeptical such that if the cycle is going to break, I believe it will have to break to the euphoria side early. That's how I think it'll break, right? Because no one will believe that it's over. Everyone will say it's just getting started. Because how else could the cycle break? The cycle could break by we go down. We finish like a red 2024 year, which is still very possible. But if we finish red 2024 year, I've told you, literally, sell your fluffy slippers, okay? Literally sell them and go leverage long on all of crypto. I'm not even kidding. Like if we get a red 2024 year, because you bet every single person is going to be out because they're here for the 4-year cycle. They're here, sweet, Bitcoin halving a year, things go up. What? They went down? I'm out. Okay, it's not happening as like it used to. Okay, so we might get, if we get a red 2024 year this year, and remember, Bitcoin finished 42K for the year, for last year, 42K. So even if Bitcoin finishes like 30K end of this year, 33K, I know it's like devastating to them, but for me, it's not. It's like literally, okay, sweet. We have 24 months of up only if that happens. If you wash out every single 4-year cycle believer, the narrative were bad. They'll probably say ban self-custody and all of these. We got it in the bag. Okay, we got it in the bag. But what if that scenario of Donald Trump wins plays out? So if you remember one of my scenarios, friends, okay, and it's not about being, remember, right or wrong. I just want to make money. Want to be prepared. One of my scenarios, okay, let's go up here, was they give us a Donald Trump victory and then the market goes too high, too fast. We're right on track and it's a shortened market for some reason. That's one of my scenarios, because if Donald Trump gets in, he's going to drop the tax rates again. So I think he got in, he put him 25%, and then Joe Biden now puts him back up to 35%. And then he comes back in, drops it back to 25%, and everyone's going to do the fractal of the previous years. They're like, wait, we had the greatest economy ever. That's what they're going to say. Everyone's going to say like, and Donald Trump, he might even tell the US Fed, drop the interest rates now. He might just tell them, you got to drop the interest rates. And they do. Imagine they do. Just imagine they do, friends. Like, that'll be dangerous, because it's probably, this is the thing, the first time it works, it's parabolic hyper move. The second time it works, it is a diminished gain. So you do well, but you don't do as well as the first one. It's like a cycle of crypto. And the third time they do it, it's just a full-on scam. It's a letdown. Okay, but we're in the second time if this happens. The second time. That's why I think if it happens again, it ushers in the bull market again, but it won't be like a full-length one like what we had last time. So what I'm doing here is just trying to flesh out these scenarios, because as we walk closer in time, you're going to have to be really prepared, because, man, we get this wrong, it's another 4 years. And you don't want to go through what we went through 2 years ago, right? So make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you soon.